Hi, everyone. Before I started my online business career, I had taken numerous real estate investing courses and attended seminars. I got a flavor then on mindset, and it seemed like every education session I witnessed started with getting your mindset straight. Back then, I thought mindset was just a fuzzy wuzzy. And so I just ignored it. And instead, I wanted to get to the meat of what the learning topic was at hand and not worry about that soft stuff. Maybe some of you are like me and you can relate to this. But over the years, I've come to a different realization on what mindset really is in business. And I want to share some of that insight with you today. This is episode number 12 of the Path Forged with Tech podcast. And I'm your host, Donna Smith. And I welcome all YouTube viewers today. New episodes are dropped every other week on Thursdays. So let's get started. Today, I'm taking a different episode approach, focusing on upcoming education and products to support my and more part of my business, specifically business design and strategy, along with key business skills such as mindset, accountability, speaking, and presenting well as business owners. I also wanted to make a shorter episode during this holiday week. But back to mindset for right now. Today, I'm going to be concentrating on mindset as it applies to business. But of course, mindset can affect literally everything we do and touch in our lives. As mentioned at the episode start, I had a rocky acceptance and knowledge of what this topic really implies, with recognition slow to recognize how important that it really is. I want to save you newer and upcoming business owners some struggle and give you advice that you can start using today. These principles also apply to seasoned businesses. Some key points that I want to share on mindset. Mindset is so much more than just how happy, satisfied, financially secure you are. All of those tangibles and intangibles in life and business. It affects your self-talk, the value you have in yourself, how you communicate with prospects and clients. Bottom line for business, it affects how competent and confident we are with what we do, which ultimately affects our financial bottom line. This is one of the reasons why mindset is so important. Besides these touch points, it directly affects all of our business decisions that we make, how we plan for the future, when we release new products and services. And maybe most important, it affects our drive and our motivation, whether or not you want to even get up out of bed in the morning, how energized you are at the start of the day, throughout your day. Wow, that is a lot, isn't it, that mindset affects? How is it possible that one thing affects so many parts? First off, I'm not qualified to speak on that, but I do have hard-won experience on the effects of both great mindset and subpar mindset at different times during my business career. And that's the premise of this episode. I want to just state that it can be very positive or it can be very devastating to your business. So what do you do if you feel in your heart of hearts that your mindset is holding you back? How do you improve it? What do you do? As with most things in life, just being aware that you have a problem is the key starter. I suggest that you start a journal, a handwritten journal in a notebook is best. to help on a day-to-day basis, noting what happens to you, what your reactions to them are, what your feelings are throughout different key moments of your day, and noting the positives and negatives and good things, bad things, challenges that happen to you during the day. This is a good general business owner activity anyway. But when you want to dive down and start analyzing potential problems areas in your business, even for something as intangible as mindset, this can be a positive for your learning and growth and exploration as far as really understanding what the root cause of a potential problem is. So then do that for a little while, that journaling, and then do some other just general self-assessment based on your data and knowledge of yourself to help, again, with root cause analysis on what might be your bottleneck, what your ultimate challenges are around mindset. I suggest that you get a free SCORE mentor, score.org, to, among other things for business development, start working a corrective plan regarding mindset. That's a great strategy to use. And be aware of who you hang out with and join positive mindset generating groups and participate in activities associated with those groups and organizations. And also read some good, high-quality self-help books on the subject. I want to share briefly with you three of on my bookshelf here in my office, titles that are in this category for mindset, for business development. Here I've been talking at length about how mindset affects everything in your business. And so at least one of these books I'm going to talk about is a direct tie-in with mindset and business growth. The first book I want to talk about is by Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. This is a very creative and inspiring book for everything related to positive thinking, but it's definitely a mindset type book. Book number 2, John C. Maxwell is the author, and it's called Failing Forward, Turning Mistakes into Stepping Stones for Mistakes. I'm sorry, to turn stepping stones in for success. Turning mistakes into stepping stones for success. And this is another great self-help in that it acknowledges the fact that whenever we get out and we do something and we fail at it, we can still learn and grow, which ultimately affects our mindset. So that's why I'm highlighting that book as well. And then the third book that I want to talk about is by author Eben Pagan, Ebenpagan. And the book title is Opportunity. And this is a cross-thread book between business development and mindset that I want to tell everyone about. And that part of having a positive mindset is being able to find opportunities for ourselves in business. And this is a great self-help book, Eben's Opportunity book, that talks about how to find opportunity in a positive way for your business. That's why I'm recommending that book as well. So those are 3 great books that I recommend that you get for yourselves, have on your bookshelf, and read each one thoroughly, and then have as reference material as you need it in life and for your day-to-day activities. So in summary, I hope that I have shown you that mindset is a key driver in both our day-to-day activities in business and how we approach our growth and business development, let alone how we communicate with others. I hope you've enjoyed this divergence from all things tech to a more applicable to all business general topic. Please leave a comment below for your feedback and questions, and I'd love to hear your reactions to this information, how you will utilize this information. I personally respond to all comments that you enter. And to close out this episode, I'll be back in 2 weeks with more content to inspire and provide how-to information to leverage technology and other business topics in unique and cost-effective ways to grow your business. And this is Donna signing off until next time, and make it a wonderful day, everyone. Catch everyone soon.